The woman managed to grab the animal out, avoiding his sharp teeth, and wiggled him out. He was really scared and cried loudly even after being taken out of his trap. He felt much better when he got his portion of sweet glucose. The woman took him home. The boy was really hungry and dug his teeth into a ripe pear. After that, he calmed down. Next day, the rescuer took him to the recovering center for bats. The guy from Cat's Club knew about a kitten that had been abandoned by his mom. It was rather harsh times for the poor baby, as she couldn't have enough food and got ill. There was another sibling, but it looked much better. The man decided to take the first kitten home, but it wasn't so easy. It took him 4 days to catch the naughty girl. The rescuer brought her to the vet, where she had to stay for some time because of health problems. At last, the man brought the kitten to his place. A while later, the man returned to the place where his kitten had been found and took her sibling to his house too. After visiting a vet, both kittens stayed in the man's house. The family reunited at last. Being on an early spring catfishing trip, the fishermen noticed a deer stranded on a ledge of a cliff. And of course, they rushed to rescue the poor creature. The boat approached the rocky shore, and one of the men got off. The scared creature was trying to go up, but he failed and failed. At last, he fell into the water and was helplessly trying to get out. The deer didn't let the people approach and help. It was continuously running along the shore. Suddenly, it jumped in the water. It was obvious that the deer wasn't strong enough to stay in the water for a long time. So, the fishermen hurried up to catch it. The people managed to grab the scared creature and took him to the boat. In the boat, the rescuers were trying to calm down the poor thing.
Shh. I got you. Here, just hold his 2 legs like a calf.
They brought it to the shore, and the lucky fellow ran away as fast as it could. The specialists from Wildlife Center in Australia found an eagle that was just sitting on the ground and couldn't fly away. The problem was that the bird had lost the feathers from its tail. The people took carefully the bird with the help of cloth and brought it to the rescue center in Wilkesdale, South Burnett in Australia. The bird was really calm and trustful to people. Its feathers were sure to grow. It would take no less than 6 months, but the bird would be released, of course. Let's hope it is okay now. Here is one more bird that badly needed people's help. Nobody knows how this guy got in the trap with thread, but it couldn't get rid of it by itself. Several people were trying to untangle the legs. The most difficult part of the rescue mission was helping it without hurting it, and it took a rather long time. At last, the lucky fellow was released and flew away as quickly as possible. The team from British Divers Marine Life Rescue were called to check out a young gray seal on a popular tourist beach. The rescuers came closer, covered the creature with cloth, and started checking it carefully. It turned out that the animal had a small abscess on the front left flipper and an ulcer in one of its eyes. As a result, the seal couldn't eat normally and was a little underweight. The people gave the marine animal some nourishing mixture with the help of the special tube, and then put it in the bag and took the thing to the rescue center. Now the seal had a real chance to survive that it obviously wouldn't have if he stayed in the wild. The skunk fell down into a house basement. Nobody knew how this creature got into its trap, but it couldn't get out of it by itself. The people gathered together to save the poor thing. The animal was really scared and didn't want to help the people to rescue it. Firstly, they were trying to catch it in the case, but the skunk didn't want to go inside. The loop didn't work either. Then the people used the tree branches to let the animal climb up. People helped the naughty creature, of course. Let's hope it wouldn't get in such a trap again. This man from India found a turtle in the field. It was difficult to imagine how it had gotten there because there was no water reservoir near. But it needed to be taken away not to let the people working in the field hurt it. The rescuer took the creature and brought it to the pond where it was released. That's the end of my list. Don't forget that people who help animals around the world need your support. Your likes and subscriptions are sure to help. Donations will help too. And do remember that animals are a very important part of our life. They just make our life better, giving positive emotions. Watch the video about the funniest cats and dogs on Animal Like People channel, and you'll see I'm right. See you! Hi there. Life is not an easy thing not only for humans, but for animals too. But unlike the majority of us, they not always can cope with all the stuff by themselves. So I admire those people who pay attention not only to their own affairs, but to the problems of other creatures. Let me show you one more top 15 of heartbreaking animal rescues. An elderly woman called Hope for Paw Rescuers to get a very nice dog from the street. This cute boy had been living outside for a rather long time and wasn't used to trusting people. So he didn't want to come close to the rescuer until the man decided to offer him a tasty burger. Not to worry the poor thing, the man put the snare near. It took some time to catch the pup, but when it happened, he wasn't too worried. Cheeseburgers really work. The rescuer thanked a kind lady that had called him. Arriving at the care center, the pup had a good bath. One of the channel supporters suggested the name Conan for the dog, and the rescuers liked it. Hope Conan found a lovely family. The people from Love Animals Project got a call from an old man that had found 4 lovely puppies in a pile of dry wood. When a woman came to the place, she saw these adorable cuties, but nobody knew how long they had been staying there and the condition they were in. The woman put them in the basket and took them home. There, they felt rather confident and curious about the place they turned out to be. These cuties were lucky, as they got a chance to live a happy life. The rescuer from Animals Healthcare Channel from Vietnam tried to help as many animals as possible. These nice kitties were found in different places. One of them had been hiding in people's kitchen. Other 2 kittens had been found in an abandoned house. The rescuer took good care of all the cuties and did his best to find a family for them. And he managed to find suitable owners for 2 of the kittens. Let's hope the last one also had a chance for a happy life. This elephant had a serious injury on his leg. The vets from Wildlife Protection Solutions in Kenya had to shoot the giant with sleeping medicine to come closer and help the poor creature. The rescuers pour water on the elephant because he had a fever. Other specialist was trying to cut off the metal ring that was on the animal's leg. The vets debrided the wound and even did some stitches on the elephant's ears. The rescuers really hoped the animal would recover soon and would live a normal life. Here's one more elephant in trouble. This one was trapped in metal loop and had great problems with it. Of course, the wildlife protecting officers rushed to help the poor giant. When they arrived, the elephant was in the water. Seeing the creature, the vets understood that the wounds had to be treated as soon as possible. And the vets had to inject the antibiotics, sedatives, and painkillers to relieve his suffering. The elephants can be really dangerous, especially if they feel pain. So when the big boy went to the shore, the people had to be far from him not to get hurt. Only one of the specialists came closer to make an injection. Then the elephant went inland. It took some time to approach the elephant. The vets had to hurry up to do all the necessary things while the elephant was calmed down. They debrided all his wounds and left the creature alone. Now he had a chance to survive. Scientists worldwide do all that they can to protect wildlife. These Australian specialists rushed to rescue 5 tiny birds from the bushfires. Bristlebird is a very rare bird species, and it would have been a great disaster if these ones had not survived. The rescuers brought the cuties to the Melbourne Zoo, where they were carefully checked. And these birds are only a part of the great amounts of animals that Australian scientists already saved. The animals suffered both physically and mentally, and the Melbourne Zoo scientists tried as much as they can to help the poor things. Just look at this gorgeous snake hiding in people's garden. The cobra was lying among beautiful trees and didn't want to get away. It didn't like the crowd around and reacted aggressively. Trying to deal with the creature with bare hands wasn't a good idea, and the rescuer managed to catch the cobra with a big plastic bottle. He brought the snake to the wild and let it go near the stream. The snake was very disappointed with some disrespectful behavior, but several minutes later hid in the grass. This unlucky gray-headed flying fox crash-landed on a balcony and stuck between 2 glass panels. The boy was trying to get himself off by forcing his way out, but had no success. When the rescuer from Mega Baddie Project came to help, the flying fox was very tired and aggressive.
The wind down there as well.